Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Art of video series. I was calling it Design Theater for a little while. I might just change that because I'm going to start focusing on like the actual intellectual properties, not necessarily the artists themselves. But obviously, I'm going to be crediting the artists. Today, we are looking at the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. And I've just got some images of his. I don't have a lot of the sequential stuff that he's done, but we're just gonna go through some of these illustrations and take a look and see what we notice about them. Here we're looking at a sequential page. I think it's like one of maybe two images that I have of sequential work. But what I like about this is that you can really tell this guy has really phenomenal skill because he pretty much nails his thumbnail sketches versus the actual ending of the image itself is it's pretty much spot on. You know, like there's a couple of spots where he moves like a little bit of like some very small details, but it really shows like his mastery over his craft that he's able to pretty much get something down in a sketch and it almost looks done just from a sketch. That's something that I'm trying to aim for with my own work. That's something that I've heard other illustrators say is that what you want to do is you want to make your sketches close to being finished. Every stage of a drawing should be as close to being finished as you can. So anyway, let's go through some of this other stuff he's done. He's done a bunch of different. This guy's produced a ton of work. You know, I was looking for his stuff on Yandex earlier, and I think this is a character from something he did before Dragon Ball. If I'm not 100% sure. I think this is Dr. Slump. Please forgive me if I'm completely wrong. I'm not completely familiar with everything that he's done, but you know, he does a really good job of like drawing vehicles and making everything feel very dynamic. I love these drawings like this. I love that this stuff has kind of like a cuteness factor to it. You know, you've got these chibi character designs and whatnot. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was one of my favorite games growing up, and I had no idea that this was the he did the character designs for this. He did the character designs for Chrono Trigger. He did them for Dragon Quest, and then of course he did everything that we see for Dragon Ball. So, and I think he was doing these while he was working on Dragon Ball. So he always has had a full plate. I think he's retired now, but this is awesome. Really cool. Lots of storytelling. Again, he's got these really nice vehicles, and you can tell that he really understands perspective because his vehicles look really nice. Vehicles are actually pretty tough to draw. Again, same thing. I guess this is something from the same property. But again, you can tell that he just has mastery over all the fundamentals. And I think having a mastery over the this is great. I think having a mastery over the fundamentals really frees you as an artist. It's something that we all have to aim for. It frees you because it allows you to just focus on the storytelling instead of fighting the control you have over your skill set. Great storytelling here, visual storytelling. I'm not sure if this is actually his. This looks a little bit different than some of the other stuff we've seen. I mean, it says that it is, but we might not be right about that. Let's go ahead and go back through some of these other ones. These are some sketches of the characters. You know, you can see that he has a lot of rhythm in terms of like how he spaces out his like what kind of features he gives, you know? Like he'll have big shapes over here and then he'll counteract that with smaller shapes on this side, right? Each one of these characters contrasts against the other. You know, they have they'll share certain elements of their costumes or their design, but then we have elements that are kind of changed up. Like there's clearly a distinction between this character and this character. He's got one circle on his head, and then this guy has 6, even though these two have the same costume, right? Another really cute one. He's got a lot of stuff like this. It just feels very cartoonish. That's something that I want to take into my own work too. I do comics as well, which you can find my comic process on this YouTube channel. But most of the stuff I've been doing is like dark. It's more like horror-oriented stuff. So I really dig artists that do stuff like this. That's a little bit more, got more of a sense of humor to it. This is really cool. Again, he's just got these great vehicles. Yeah, this will have to be the thumbnail. I love the covers that he's done, and I love this whole concept, the Dragon Ball concept. I think we got one more here. Yeah, this looks like this is a sequential. It's another. I'm assuming this is Dr. Slump. This is what it is that when I looked up. Let's go ahead and just read over it since it'll be our last one. The enemy is confused. Watermelon cannon. Hits him with a watermelon. So I guess they're terrorizing this guy, hitting him with a watermelon cannon. And then he's getting pissed. I think that might be the only ones that I have. Yeah, he's got great stuff. As usual, I'll include any kind of links to his work. I know he's still on social media. He's still promoting Dragon Ball, but I'll include all that in the description below. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. If there's another artist you'd like for me to look at, let me know. Otherwise, take care.